So it's funny you bring that up because I actually just had a whole conversation about this the other day because it's not just the comic book market. So
Hmm.
I'm heavily invested in the video game market as well, where you have half the people that are like video games are meant to be played, and then you have the other half of the market is like, no, I want to preserve these as sealed games, and they hate each other as well. Like they go back and forth, and then like the sports card market, you have people, oh, I hate getting people doing graded games, or I'm sorry, graded cards, and where they're speculating, you're just driving up, and then you're just dumping them right away when the player gets hurt and stuff like that. So it's funny is you have that in all the markets, and here's the thing, man, is I'm a collector first and foremost. So I have a personal collection. I have a PC for video games. I have a PC for comic books. I have a PC for a lot of things. People buy comic books. There's, different strokes for different folks. So people may buy it and they don't read the comic books. They buy it because of the art. Some people buy them because they love, I know you love to read your books. So you love
Hmm.
to read. Some people, you get more invested in a book because you like the storyline of it. So then you want to invest in maybe buying that book. Where other people, they're coming out with a movie. Hey, I just want to buy it to make a quick flip. But is what those people are flipping that money? Are they paying for their family, or are they using that money to invest back in their collection? And that's the biggest thing a lot of people don't understand is that I speculate, but I also personally collect. So when I buy stuff to speculate, when I flip that, I use that money to reinvest back in my collection and then put some money in my pocket as well. That's a way for the hobby to pay for your collection because this collecting is extremely expensive. And when you want to get the stuff, your holy grails, they're rare pieces. You know, normal people don't have $10,000, $20,000 to just drop in a comic book,
Right.
but you can trade up or you can work your way up to do that. So I think there's room for all of us in the game, and you can be like I call myself a hybrid collector because I'm a speculator, but I'm also a collector as well, and I do both sides of it. So I see both sides. I stand in the middle of the fence. I see both sides of the argument. Both people are right. Both people are wrong. Both people are they're not going to change their mind. That's the biggest thing. So, but I see in the comments all the time too. People get mad about it. What are you going to do? Just do you. That's all you got to worry about, man. And the rest is going to fall into place.
No, and I agree with you. Like I get both sides, right?
Yeah,
Like I get it, and I grew up being taught that the hobby can pay for itself. That
correct.
you can find a deal on something and then go and sell it at a higher rate, at the current market price. You may make $100. You can stick that back. That goes towards a grail for yourself.
Right.
So I get the resale part of it. I kind of enjoy that part of it myself, just piddling around, just having fun. I don't do it the level you do, but I sell some stuff and just, but I primarily do it because I'm looking to get that next thing. I don't
Correct.
want to use mine and Amy's money, what we work for daily
Yeah.
for my toys and for, the things that I'm buying. So that's why I kind of do it. But I also get from the pure collector standpoint where you literally aren't selling anything. You buy it, you keep it. You are a hardcore collector that because the market is the way it is, it makes it more difficult for you to do what you love. And or at least you feel like you're having to pay too much for it. So I get it. But I agree with you. I think there's room for everybody.
And I think the reason why so many people are upset with it is how fast the market moves. Because if you think about your uncle, what your uncle did back in the day, he was flipping sports cards, okay, but he was buying hot prospects, hot players. The market just didn't move as fast as it did because there wasn't the internet at that time. You're picking up your Beckett Sporting
That's a
book, your
great
top
point.
stuff, and you're reading those books. You're picking up your Overstreet Price Guide. You're looking at these comic books and say, oh wow, this one's starting to, I'm starting to see all these hard books from the golden age starting to move. Now you're going to start to go pick those up when you see them because you're speculating because you're based on watching what that price guide is doing. So people don't understand is this is just the evolution of speculation over the last 20, 30 years. And a lot of people don't look at it that way. And the reason why people get so angry right now is because like if you have Key Collector, you're signed up like I have Key Collector, right? So I'm sitting there at work and I get a ding on my phone, instant notification. Hey, Dateline just dropped this. Marvel just signed a deal for this. People get the instant to their phone. What the first thing they're going to do is they're going to jump online and start doing that. Where before we didn't have that, we didn't have the instant gratification where we can do that. So, and then there's Instagram, there's, Discords, there's Facebook groups. I mean, there's Twitter. There's so many outlets out there that you get your news from. So everything moves at a speed of 10 times the one compared to what it once did. And that's where I think the people get upset, because the market moves so much faster and they get outpriced right away because maybe they don't have those keys. They're not using those tools available to them. But
that's a great point, and
Yeah.
something I hadn't really thought about, because you're right. My uncle could buy, a set of rookie cards, and the value would hold for
Correct.
6 months to a year. If there was somebody that it was a hot rookie, like we'll go with Zion, right?
Yeah.
That was one of the hardest cards to get your hands on when
Absolutely.
his cards started dropping, based on the speculation that he was going to be great.
Correct.
And then, he's been injured and those other things. But
so bad.
yeah, but then you would have to, now it's instant. The market changes like that. Back then, you might be able to get your value of that card for 6 months. So yeah, that's a great point.
Then another point too is we didn't have social media influencers, because here's the thing, like, and I'll give an example, like the VHS market is in the infancy stage right now, where it's very, very new. But then it just takes someone for, like, say, I'll use like Drake or Gary V to post up an Instagram post or a Twitter post of what he's buying. Now people are going to jump on there because it's influencing that market too. So we have DJs out there, Aoki's out there right now buying sports cards left and right, posted up, and it all depends on the market. But yeah, it's just, I think people are just upset with how fast it moves.